morning was cool, calm, and clear. A vibrant sunrise cast a strong orange hue over the town of Red Lake as we prepared for our departure at the docks of Superior Airways. Our plan was to set off for Artery Lake at the western edge of the Ontario border in Woodland Caribou Provincial Park via a double 30-minute flight aboard a 1950s de Havilland Beaver. From here, we would paddle a 230-kilometer stretch of the Bloodvein River over 13 days through Atikaki Provincial Wilderness Park in Manitoba, egressing at the Bloodvein River Bridge, approximately 10 kilometers from Bloodvein River First Nation on Lake Winnipeg. Jono and Lachlan had taken the first flight into the park at around 7 a.m., and now, a couple hours later, Kevin and I took our turn. With the plane at altitude, we quickly passed into the boundary of Woodland Caribou Provincial Park. Though a blanket of haze from northern fires hung thick over the landscape, the view of the boreal was remarkable, with an array of sparkling lakes and rivers, lush peatlands, and rugged rock barrens stretching endlessly in all directions. The flight also provided a unique vantage of the devastation caused by the 2021 fires that charred almost 800,000 hectares of land surrounding Red Lake. We soon touched down on Artery Lake and taxied to a sandy peninsula, where we unloaded and bid farewell to our pilot.
Right away, sand.
With our boats loaded and the plane well out of sight, we set out on the water. Before turning west towards the Manitoba-Ontario boundary line in our first campsite, though, we opted to paddle about 3 kilometers to the east to visit the famous Artery Lake pictograph site. In his well-known 1962 work, Indian Rock Paintings of the Great Lakes, Canadian artist and rock art expert Selwyn Dewdney referred to the Artery Lake site as one of those rare experiences that are the supreme reward of pictograph hunting. The site is indeed impressive, the best I have yet seen on my travels, owing to its size, condition, detail, and diversity of subject matter, which includes fascinating depictions of a figure paddling a canoe, a thunderbird, a shaman, medicine serpents, a canoe brigade, a porcupine, a large bison, and various other images. Oh, look at this, luxury! That'll actually be pretty funny. I should get out. I'm gonna pop out. Okay. After turning to the west, we soon encountered the first of 77 rapids found along the portion of the river we planned to travel. This rapid, marked as rapid number 10 in Hap Wilson's definitive guide to the river, Wilderness Rivers of Manitoba, bears a unique feature of a boat ladder. The contraption, which includes a series of rollers spanning a steel rail, is designed to assist patrons of a nearby fly-in fishing outpost in transporting their tin vessels downstream. We happily made good use of the ladder to avoid the carryover.
There we go, lads.
A kilometer or so past rapid number 10, we approached a sign marking the Manitoba-Ontario border and stopped here to savor the relatively rare experience of paddling across a major jurisdictional boundary. Having now passed into Atikaki Provincial Wilderness Park, we discovered a plaque at the bottom of the next rapid, rapid number 11, celebrating the designation of the Bloodvein as a Canadian heritage river. The plaque read, "Over 100 rapids and falls, cryptic pictographs on silent rock faces, and a profound sense of wilderness. These are the contributions of Manitoba's portion of the Bloodvein River to the Canadian Heritage River System. The Bloodvein's unique natural values are enhanced by the opportunity its timeless setting provides to recreate the feelings and challenges which faced Canadians long ago. The perspective gained through experiencing the natural forces of wind and rapid and the gentler forces of constancy within renewal bring sharply into focus the priceless heritage the Bloodvein River holds in trust for the nation." The Bloodvein is in fact recognized as a Canadian heritage river on both the Manitoba and Ontario side of the river, and is permanently protected in both Ontario and Manitoba within the respective boundaries of Woodland Caribou Provincial Park and Atikaki Provincial Wilderness Park. These large protected areas aim to not only conserve the historical and cultural heritage features of the area, but also the region's outstanding natural heritage features. Notably, the parks preserve the largest and most intact example of boreal shield on the continent, and the habitat of several rare and threatened species, such as the woodland caribou, the wolverine, lake sturgeon, chestnut lamprey, and bank swallow.
Okay.
It shouldn't be difficult. It doesn't look that bad, does it?
We might get wet here.
Oh, yeah, people get wet. I don't think we're going to go in, though, do you?
We could.
Of course we could, but I don't think so.
Well, time will tell.
All right, then.
Past rapids 12 and 13, a deep tremble of thunder rumbled in the gray distance behind us, and we decided to target a campsite at Moosebone Rapids, rapids number 14, to avoid the risk of getting caught out in the storm. While we waited for the inevitable storm to hit, Kevin and I spent a little bit of time challenging the rapid as well, getting a little bit wet in doing so.
Perfect. Right in here. Nope. Straighten. There. Good. Yep.
One of the primary characteristics of the Bloodvein is the quantity and frequency of its rapids, which span the full spectrum of difficulty. However, the consistent presence of portage trails, opportunities to line and wade, and the pool and drop nature of the river mean that the route can generally be paddled by those with any level of whitewater experience. By the end of our journey, we had run approximately 40 rapids along the route and likely could have opted to run an additional 5 or 6 had we used plastic whitewater boats as opposed to less rigid but lighter Kevlar boats supplied by our outfitter. In time, we would generally agree that the trade-off of skipping a few runnable rocky rapids for easier overall portaging was acceptable given the sheer number of portages on the river. Past Nutcracker Falls, we traversed Bushy Lake, the first of 3 remaining lakes on our route, before carrying around Bruzizi Falls, rapids number 19. Not far past the base of the falls, we encountered more pictographs on the cliff face to our right, including thunderbirds, a snake, a figure in a canoe, and what Dewdney referred to as a birdman, an interesting humanoid figure with outstretched arms and a triangular body. The often mysterious rock paintings found in abundance throughout the region were placed here hundreds, and in some cases thousands of years ago, by ancestors of the indigenous people that call this land home today. The Bloodvein watershed is the homeland of several Anishinaabe communities, including the Bloodvein River First Nation, Little Grand Rapids First Nation, Pikangikum First Nation, and Lac Seul First Nation. These communities and their ancestors have long acted as stewards of this land and have historically used the river for trade, food harvest, transportation, and spiritual purposes. Archaeological records, artifacts, graves, village sites suggest that human habitation of the region extends as far back as 9,000 years, corresponding with the retreat of glaciers and the drainage of Lake Agassiz, North America's largest prehistoric glacial lake.
From the pipe.
Bald eagle flying off out there. Nice.
Cool.
Look at this, eh? This is the second site on Stonehouse, the second rapid on Stonehouse. Pretty nuts.
In 2018, in acknowledgement of the natural and cultural importance of the vast wilderness that encompasses the Bloodvein and other watersheds, UNESCO designated the region as a World Heritage Site called Pimatuan Ake, the land that gives life. Pimatuan Ake is the only site of Canada's 20 World Heritage Sites to be recognized for both its cultural and natural significance. The site is particularly noted for the long-standing tradition practiced by Indigenous peoples of keeping the land, which pays respect to all life forms and seeks the preservation of harmony between creatures. In the morning of the third day, we set off with a goal of making distance. The morning started off relatively calm, but over the course of the day, we'd be repeatedly hampered by headwinds from the west. These winds, which blow hard off of Lake Winnipeg, are common impediments to travel on all boreal rivers of the region. Past Rapid 24, we entered a large burn for the first time on the trip. Open rolling white rock barrens stripped clean of foliage by prior year's fires were the dominant feature of the landscape.
And the rapid starts just around
Yeah,
the corner. And it's
yeah, it does. Godspeed, Corporal.
Good stuff.
After stopping briefly for lunch at X Rock Rapids, Rapids number 26, we set off again into strong midday headwinds that we would battle for the remainder of the afternoon.
It does look pretty serene over there, though.
It does. You want to go?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Coming around.
I think it's number 27. Yeah. Yeah, will do. Yeah, just take the straight line. You can, yeah, you can see the tongue straight forward. Very straightforward. Well done, Corporal.
With the evening approaching and our energy spent, we found a viable site on a burnt island south of Gooseneck Rapids. The site was flat and grassy, but covered with blackened trees, which would have provided a significant deadfall hazard in high winds. Given the lack of alternatives, we settled for the site, though placed our tents away from the worst-looking trees. At dinner, as I cooked bannock over the fire, another late-day rainfall swept over our campsite, leaving behind a brilliant rainbow before sundown. This colorful spectrum of light arced delicately over the largely blackened landscape, illustrating the contrasting sources of beauty that are so present in this land.
I slept so much better. My chest didn't hurt last night.
That's great. You're getting into the wilderness rhythm.
Maybe. I was sore yesterday. Like I felt bruised everywhere.
Downstream from our campsite lay Gooseneck Rapids, rapids number 29, a stretch of water that takes the distinct form of a goose's neck as it curls around the bend into the river. The 450-meter portage trail around the rapids, one of the longest of the route, cuts through a tangled mess of burnt trees, over rock barrens, and past clusters of multicolored wildflowers before meeting back with the river.
I didn't know. No, right there. That looks like water. Look at that. It's like a perfect line.
I think the black line at the bottom is the water line, and the upper line is a snow line or ice line or something.
I bet water gets that high in flood.
No way.
Doubtable.
No way. Do you know how much water that was?
You remember paddling the Saugeen
Not
and
on this river.
seeing like garbage bags like 10 feet up in the air and branches?
Yeah, but they could have got up there by then.
You know, lots of time you see like debris and stuff in trees.
All right.
All right, there's no rocks in the middle there, you don't think, huh?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right.
There might be one on the exit, but we'll deal with that when we get through it.
There goes.
Perfect.
Good?
Yeah. 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 Good. Yeah, lower it down a little bit. Nice. It's a billy goat portage.
Nice.
Well done, fellas.
Way through. Position.
See you on the other side, lads. Yeah. Keep it straight.
Stay left.
Yeah, no, stay good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Lads, Eddie out. Eddie out. Yeah, that's Eddie. Hit it, lads! Woo! Woo! Good job!
Nice, nice.
Nice. Good job.
Looks good straight ahead.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're good. Junction of the Gammon River here.
After paddling a thrilling Class 3 chute at Rapid 31 and a lengthy Class 2 rapid at Rapid number 33, we arrived at the Red Rock Cafe campsite where we would stay for the evening. This campsite, which lies just past the junction of the Gammon River, is named for the red granite cliff face that sits just over the river from the site.
Well, there's a rock to the right and there's a rock to the left. So run center.
So down the tongue is what you're saying.
Down the tongue, but just to the center.
Okay.
Because you can see that there's a rock to the left. Don't worry.
Yep, yep.
Rock, rock.
Should be okay.
Rock, left. One right there.
Anybody else?
No, we're good. Good job.
We started a sunny day of paddling by running rapid 34 and soon arrived at the Bennett Trapper's Cabin, also known as the Stagger Inn, as suggested by the beautifully painted sign that adorns the cabin's exterior.
I can smell it very musky.
Yeah, let it air out a bit. It's
Mice, you should have been in here eating everything
well,
else.
look at all the traps.
Yeah. Watch your head, that's a big antler behind you. Oh, there's a hockey hat.
Wow.
Well, it could save your life if you got here, I suppose. At least there's enough left of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up until very recently, the cabin had been kept in immaculate condition, provisioned with everything needed for an extended stay in any season: a wood stove, snowshoes, ice auger, lanterns, traps and snares, even a generator to operate basic electronics. Unfortunately, the contents of the cabin were in disarray owing to the work of a bear or some other wild animal that had somehow gained access to the dwelling. We found that a tree had also fallen and struck the cabin's exterior, though apparently had not caused significant damage to the structure. Before leaving, we signed the guest book and noted that a few other groups had paddled the river this season.
Perfect. Perfect line. Right through.
Past Rapid 37, the land transitions from a rocky, winding, and narrow river to a broad, grassy, and prairie-like marshland. Here, about halfway through the marsh, we found evidence of an old structure on shore, as well as mooring rings and bundled beams.
Then what?
Right here. Big water.
That's big good there.
All right, let's do it. Straight ahead.
Looking good. Stay up. Almost. Okay, then right.
Yep. Let's hit it.
Oh, you think you went to the right?
Let's go. Let's just hit it.
Okay, all right, good.
There's a rock in the center though.
Right to the frog.
We're gonna have to go right of this rock. There's a rock here and there's a rock there.
Yeah.
Good. What do you have to say for yourself? Jono, any words?
Yeah, got away from me.
Okay, we'll see you guys later. Yeah. Yep.
For the first time on the trip, we awoke to a thick, sun-obscuring haze caused by distant fires. Beyond the end of Okiji Falls and the rapid that lay there, the day offered a break from rapids with over 20 kilometers of flat water, including a 1.5-kilometer crossing of Kautunigan Lake, en route to our camp at Chap Falls. Luckily, for much of the day, the northwestern winds maintained a tame demeanor, and we took advantage of the calm conditions to explore this interesting portion of the route.
Some antlers on the side of the building. Little outpost.
We arrived at picturesque Chap Falls late in the afternoon. Though the campsite here was of high quality, recent fires had effectively killed its trees, and we hesitantly pitched our tents amongst a patch of dead, fire-blistered pines. We departed Chap Falls at mid-morning, opting to run the lower half of the rapid. Evidently, the gray haze of the prior day had not lifted, and we resigned ourselves to another day of paddling through smoke. This would be offset by relatively fair conditions and excellent whitewater canoeing.
Perfect. Good job. Let's hit these.
Didn't even get wet.
Didn't even get wet.
Okay, now we're committed.
Yep.
We're going in.
Stay. Keep the course.
Okay. Going over, we're staying left. We're going right
Stay here.
back
Stay here.
the
We're,
fucking way.
go straight.
Right to the
straight.
fucking- Ready? You good?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Woo!
Yes. Yes.
Again.
Right to the next one.
Woo!
Come on.
Oh, we got a lot of water.
Tip.
Okay, let's.
Go. Tip.
Yeah, just hit it straight. Straight. Okay, we're gonna go. We gotta thread the needle between these rocks here. Straight, straight, straight.
Yeah, handled that well, buddy. Tucked right in, didn't hit no rocks on the side. Very nice. Nice.
We now entered the Dancing Fire Rapids section of the trip, which spans rapids 53 to 58 and is known for the beautiful stretches of granite that line the serpentine portion of the blood vein.
Okay. They've eddied. I think
Let's go.
I think we can do this one.
I think so too. We're just going. Follow us. We know the way.
Good. It's a bony rapid.
Another rock.
Just keep it straight. Scraping a bit. Kevin, there's a rock to the right. I want you to move us to the left. Yeah. Good. Good.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, we're good. Keep us away from that. Left.
Get away from that one way.
There's a rock to our straight too. Left.
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah. And then hard. Okay.
Good job.
Then again. Look at this. You're gonna try and pass it again. Ooh, that looks way worse out here.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No going back now.
Right?
No going back now.
Okay.
Yep. Right in the center.
Yep.
Keep going. We're good. Not out of the woods yet. Nice. Well done.
That's good, eh?
Woo!
On our 8th morning, the group was somewhat surprised to awake to an early morning thunderstorm that struck our camp with a good deal of rain. Fortunately, the storm had the effect of finally clearing the haze from the sky and improving our air quality.
Is there anything up there? Well, let's turn.
What's that?
Is there any rocks up there you see?
No, no rocks.
I don't see anything either.
Yeah, I think it'll be the right side. You could probably run either. Right, it looks a bit more forgiving. I'm just gonna stand up, take a peek. Yeah, we'll just not too close to the center rocks. If you just keep it to the right side of the right, and it should be fine. It looks like there's a rock a little bit further down on the left, but should be okay. Yeah, it's good. We're good. This is an easy one. Not too close, not too close. Yeah, straight. It's okay, we're good. Stay left.
Within the first few kilometers of the day, we encountered an additional 6 rapids that we variously paddled or portaged. After emerging from the last set of the section, Rapid 64, we are greeted by a large female moose and her calf, grazing peacefully along the north shore of the river. Legends suggest the waterway's traditional name, Miskwewisibi in Anishinaabe-Moan, the Blood River, originated from a large tribal battle that was waged at the river's mouth that tinged the waters red with the blood of fallen warriors. The name Bloodvein, however, gained prominence during the fur trade era in supposed reference to the red granite veins that can often be found running through the dark rock at riverside.
Okay, we're gonna go right now. Hard right. Yeah, we're good. Bumpy run. Yep. Yep. Okay, we're good. Yep.
Big rock there, boys.
I'll pull us in. We're good.
Good.
Yeah. So just right through that big wave.
Right here?
Yep.
Just hit the wave?
Yep.
In the era of the fur trade, the land encompassing the Bloodvein became known by the voyageurs as Le Petit Nord, the Little North, a place they viewed as distinct from the Grand Nord, which contained the vast lands north and west of Lake Winnipeg. In the late 1700s and early 1800s, the river itself became a significant transportation and supply route for the fur trade, linking Lake Winnipeg with the interior trapping and hunting grounds. Innumerable trading posts and trapping cabins were established in the region, including posts erected by the Hudson Bay Company and Northwest Company. Supposedly, the remnants of some of these structures may still be found at the river's confluence with major tributaries such as the Gammon and Sassaginagak rivers.
Here's an example of a destroyed portage trail from the fires a couple of years ago. So there was a 480-meter trail that went through here up until the fires hit, and now it's just a tangled mess of burnt down trees. So we're going to try across the other side of the river, see if we can find a better path.
Sucks, bro.
Before sundown, with our camp set up, we paddled across the river to explore the broad, open, fire-ravaged landscape that sat adjacent to our site. Here we found rippling hills of ravaged brown and gray rock, almost entirely devoid of trees, with only a few tall, defiant, limbless trunks sporadically dotting the landscape. To many, this place would have appeared desolate. However, tremendous signs of rebirth persisted. Green brush enveloped the black logs that littered the ground in all directions. Countless bees and other pollinators hummed through the pale late afternoon air, passing from flower to flower in a boundless multicolored field. Though we were in no hurry to make distance, we established a tentative objective of reaching Nemea Falls, some 25 kilometers away, and set off through a burnt land under the blistering sun.
It's Golden Eagle Rapids, and you can see here just how much the water level has dropped based on where all those logs and trees are up on the shore.
On exploring Little Birch Falls, Rapid 76, after lunch, we found a weather-beaten Federal Survey marker from 1925 embedded in the granite near the falls. The marker read, Dominion of Canada, 7 years imprisonment for removal. Such survey markers were painstakingly placed throughout the country in the decades following Confederation to establish a system for land description across the country.
You ready, Corporal?
I'm sick of this board. We're in it. Don't go crooked because I don't have good dial. There we go. All right.
Beyond Little Birch Falls, the Bloodvein merges with a minor tributary known as Kapiski-Kwetekwayak Creek, before moving through a grassy pasture-like landscape on approach of Anquasi Falls, Rapids number 79, picturesque do-not-run waterfall that splits an island. We reach Nemea Falls, Rapids number 80, late in the day, and with less than 30 kilometers remaining and time to spare, we decided that we would use a rest day here. The large, flat, and open site is perched high above the falls on a bluff and provides an excellent vantage of the flowing river below.
I'm nervous about jump. No, it's probably fine.
Okay, someone go. Slide right in.
Slide in? Just slide board?
Yeah, just do a little slide.
Yeah.
do it, Ross. Let's go. Let's go, go, go. I'm right behind you. We're going in. All right.
Wow.
Shit.
Washed away.
Our rest day at Nemea Falls was spent swimming in the eddies below the falls and exploring the burned forests around the camp, where we found the bones of a small teepee and a fire ring.
Yeah, I'm good. Ready?
Over the course of our trip, the river had blessed us, and particularly our most keen fisherman, Lachlan, with impeccable fishing. Walleye, pike, bass, and even channel catfish, all bagged in abundance. In the early evening, below Nemea Falls, we scored a smallmouth bass that Jono battered up and deep fried in oil. Terrific meal to cap off our rest day. Upon waking up to a light rain, with the rumble of thunder in the distance, we agreed to paddle as far as the conditions would allow. The Bloodvein River Bridge, our takeout point, was now about 25 kilometers away. We aimed to put ourselves close enough to the bridge to get there easily in the event that we faced delays due to weather or other externalities.
So this here is the confluence of the Leond River to the Bloodvein. So the Bloodvein will flow to the west there. That's the Leond over there. Coming in.
Now, Liard. Where is Liard?
The Liard River is in Northwest Territories.
Is that with a D?
Rapid 83 Nemea Rapids. Yep. Good. Perfect. Good. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Stay. Keep it. Yes. Eddie out. Yeah. There we go. Good job. Good job.
With only 7 kilometers and one rapid to go, we moved off from Lagoon Run late in the morning with clear skies overhead. Slightly past Kanishatekwayak Creek, we came upon the Bloodvein River Hydrometric Station, the chief source for gaining information on water levels for the route. For reference, the fairly low water levels we experienced over the course of our journey had averaged approximately 29.2 meters, with a discharge rate of 33 cubic meters per second based on data from this station.
Straighten. Yeah. Okay, now we turn. Yep. Good job.
Not about a battle. Woo. Not about a battle. Then we're out.
Fucking place. The eagles. That blue. That salamander was really cool. I'm really glad I saw
Double
that.
back on the salamander.
I gotta look
what
that
about
up.
the otters, bro? Or the martin? What about the moose? You're going back to salamander.
More animals. Otters. Pelicans. Swans. Bald eagles.
You know what? Those I think those were my first pelicans.
Several types of spiders. Beaver. Martin. Turtles. Freshwater clams.
Where was this turtle?
John and I saw a turtle.
Huh.
Yeah.
You didn't think to tell Eric in it? Secret turtle?
Maybe. Freshwater clam.
During our trip down the Bloodvein, I read a collection of essays by the late nature writer Barry Lopez entitled "Embrace Fearlessly the Burning World." In one of his essays, Lopez writes about the life of rivers and their mysteries, rivers wild and free just like the Bloodvein. The bass voice of the river can be found in the cataract, the plunge of a waterfall, and in the hollow cavitation of a rapids. But the river speaks too, with the susurrations, the gurgle, and the delicate seethe of the narrower and shallower runs of water. This is to say nothing about the beings living comfortably in the river: trout, caddisfly larvae, behemoth sturgeon, a kind of once-upon-a-time fish, or those who fish in them like the merganser and the great blue heron. It is to say nothing of how darkness does not stem their flow, for they are sleepless, or how sunlight, lambent on the surface, strains the human eye, which can find no detail in the molten light. It is to say nothing of the sudden clack of cobbles shifting on the river's bed in the middle of the night, of the way the rain hammers the surface flatter, or how soundlessly it accepts the fall of snow. This is to say that it is kind of an animal itself, containing other animals and abetting the lives of others still, like the osprey and the mountain lion sipping at its bank. It is to point out that rivers are older than humans. It is to say that despite our charts of cubic feet of flow per second, our topographic maps of the precise extent of their watersheds, our catalogues of their aquatic and avian and terrestrial denizens, we hardly know them. I will always remember the strange figures etched on the walls of Artery Lake, wondering who placed them there. The meaning of some will always be a mystery. The searing rainbow hanging over the charred landscape near Gooseneck Rapids. The silent flock of the shadowy pelicans drifting over our heads at dusk as the mayflies floated ever-presently in a soft flurry like snow. The bone-shaking rumble of Kashaway-Passenaktak Rapids, the bees buzzing between the wildflowers in the scorched barrens before sundown, slowly playing their role, rebuilding the forest on the ancient shores, the river that gives life.